Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss the class 12 economics sample paper as given by CBSE, and I have just shown you the sample paper that is in front of you. So we shall be beginning with the one marker questions both in macroeconomics as well as Indian economics. Today I shall only discuss the one markers in both these two parts, part A and part B. I begin with part A, that is macroeconomics, and we have the first question of macroeconomics, one marker. Inventory is a dash concept, whereas the change in inventory is a dash concept. There are four options that have been given to us. A, stock flow, B, flow stock, C, stock, and D, flow. The answer for this is the first one, namely stock flow. Then the OR part to it has also been given. In an economy, the value of net factor income from abroad is rupees 200 crores and the value of factor income to abroad is rupees 40 crores. Identify the value of factor income from abroad. Now factor income from abroad here in this question will be factor income to abroad minus factor income from abroad. But the value here that has been given to us is net factor income from abroad. Taking this into account, the options that have been given to us is rupees 200 as first option A, rupees 160 as second option B, rupees 240 crores as option C, and rupees 180 crores as option D. The correct answer is C, that is rupees 240 crores. That means your factor income to abroad plus factor income from abroad, your net factor income from abroad of rupees 200, they have to be added up to get the correct answer, that is rupees 240 crores. Next question, question 2. In the present COVID-19 times, many economists have raised their concerns that Indian economy may have to face a deflationary situation due to reduced economic activities in the country. Suppose you are a member of high-powered committee constituted by the Reserve Bank of India. You have subjected that the supervisor of commercial banks dash, that means you have to fill up this out of the two options, restriction oblique release of the money supply be ensured by the RBI. You have to choose the correct alternative. The correct alternative in this question is release. So you have suggested that the supervisor of commercial banks release of money supply be ensured by the Reserve Bank of India. The third question, supply of money refers to dash. Choose the correct alternatives. The alternatives given to us are A, currency held by the public, B, currency held by RBI, C, currency held by the public and demand deposits with commercial banks, and D, currency held in the government account. The correct answer is option C, that is currency held by the public and demand deposits with commercial banks. Question 4. Question 4 states as follows. Identify the correct pair of formulas from the following column 1 and 2. You have in column 1 the first option, current account surplus, and corresponding to it the first point in column 2 is receipts are less than payments. Second option is current account surplus, and second part of it under column 2 is receipts are greater than payments. The third option, that is C, is balance current account, and the corresponding to it in column 2, third point is receipts are not equal to payments, and D, current account deficit, corresponding to it the fourth point is receipts are less than payments. And The correct answer is option B. B, which states current account surplus matches with receipts are greater than payments. So you have a surplus provided the receipts are more than payments. Question number 5 reads as follows. Identify which of the following statements is true. Choose the correct alternative. The first point is A. The flexible exchange rate system gives the government more flexibility to maintain large stocks of foreign exchange reserves. B. In the managed floating exchange rate system, the government intervened to buy and sell foreign currencies. C. In the managed floating exchange rate system, the central bank intervenes to moderate exchange rate fluctuations. D. In the fixed exchange rate system, market forces fix the exchange rate. The correct option here is C. That is, in the managed floating exchange rate system, the central bank intervenes to moderate the exchange rate fluctuations. Then the sixth question, one marker, sixth question is an Indian real estate company receives rent from Google in New York. This transaction would be recorded on which side of the account? The correct answer is the first option itself, credit current. So it should read as follows. An Indian real estate company receives rent from Google in New York. This transaction would be recorded on the credit side of the current account. Then you have various questions that have a lot of options from question 7 onwards. So read the following news report and answer questions 7 to 10 on the basis of the same. The news report reads as follows. The Reserve Bank of India, that is RBI, cuts the repo rate to 4.4%, the lowest in all at least 15 years. Also, it reduced the cash reserve ratio, CRR, maintained by the banks for the first time in over 7 years. CRR on all banks was cut by 100 basis points to release rupees 1.37 lakh crores across the banking system. RBI Governor Dr. Shaktikant Das predicted a big global recession and said India will not be immune. It all depends upon how India responds to the situation. Aggregate demand may weaken and ease core inflation. So this is a report that was published in the Economic Times on 27th March 2020. On the basis of this report, the following questions have been framed. The first one is cut in repo rate by RBI is likely to either increase or decrease the demand for goods and services in the economy. You have to choose the correct alternative. Out of the two, increase or decrease, the correct option is increase. That means cut in repo rate by RBI is likely to increase the demand for goods and services in the economy. Then question number 8 reads as follows. Decrease in cash reserve ratio will lead to. You have the following options. A. Fall in aggregate demand. B. No change in aggregate demand. C. Rise in aggregate demand. And D. Fall in general price level. The correct answer is C. Rise in aggregate demand. Hence, the question will be as follows, or the statement is as follows. Decrease in cash reserve ratio will lead to rise in aggregate demand. Then you have the 9th question. The difference by which actual aggregate demand exceeds the aggregate demand required to establish full employment equilibrium is known as dash inflationary gap oblique deflationary gap. The correct answer is inflationary gap. So I reread the question with the correct answer, correct option. The difference by which actual aggregate demand exceeds the aggregate demand required to establish full employment equilibrium is known as inflationary gap. Then you have the 10th one marker question under macroeconomics. The impact of excess demand. Under Keynesian theory of income and employment is in an economy are, you have to choose amongst the various alternatives. The first alternative is decrease in income, output, employment, and general price level. The second option, decrease in nominal income but no change in real output. Third option, increase in income, output, employment, and general price level. And the fourth, last option, no change in output, employment, but increase in general price level. So the option number 4 is correct. The impact of excess demand under Keynesian theory of income and employment in an economy are no change in output or employment but increase in general price level. So these were the questions relating to one markers under macroeconomics. Please study them properly. Now we come to the one markers under Indian economics. All right. That is question number 18 under Indian economics is the first one marker. Dash was the Indian finance minister in 1991, acknowledged for his capabilities to steer away the economic crisis looming large on the erstwhile Indian economy. So who was the finance minister in 1991? The options given are Dr. Subramaniam Swamy, first option. Second option is Dr. Manmohan Singh. Third option, Pranab Mukherjee, and last option, Dr. Urjit Patel. The correct answer is Dr. Manmohan Singh. He was also responsible for starting the various reforms in the Indian economy at that point of time. So Dr. Manmohan Singh is the right answer. Next question. India entered the dash stage of demographic transition after the year 1921. The correct answer, the options of course are fourth, number 2 is second, number 3 is third, and number 4 is first. So there are basically 3 stages of demographic transition, and India entered the second stage of the theory of demographic transition after the year 1921. So correct option is option B. Next question has some detailed clarifications to it. Read the following statement. Assertion A and reason R. Choose one of the correct alternatives given below. First assertion is India became an exporter of primary products and an importer of finished consumer and capital goods produced in Britain. Reason was restrictive policies of commodity production, trade and tariff pursued by the colonial government adversely affecting the structure, composition and volume of India's foreign trade. Alternatives are A, both assertion A and reason R are true, and reason R is the correct explanation of assertion A. Second option, both assertion A and reason R are true, and reason R is not the correct explanation of assertion A. C is assertion A is true, but reason R is false. D option says assertion A is false, but reason R is true. Out of all these four alternatives that have been given, the correct answer is A. Both assertion A and reason R are true, and reason R is the correct explanation of assertion A. So India became an exporter of primary products and an importer of finished consumer goods and capital goods during the British rule that time. That is the correct answer. The alternatives question to this is read the following statements. 1 second, children. It's gone a little ahead. 1 minute. Let me just adjust it. The alternative one is, oh God. Read the following statement. Assertion A and assertion B. Choose one of the correct alternatives given below. First one, assertion A reads as follows. The major policy initiatives, that is land reforms and green revolution, helped India become self-sufficient in food grains production. Reason for this has been given as follows. The proportion of people depending upon agriculture did not decline as expected. The alternatives are as follows. It's just going a little faster, doesn't matter. Both assertion A and reason R are true, and reason R is the correct explanation of assertion A. Second option that has been given, both assertion A and reason R are true, and reason R is not the correct explanation of assertion A. Third is assertion A is true, but reason R is false. And the last option given is assertion A is false, but reason R is true. Out of all these, the correct alternative is B. That is, both assertion A and reason R are true, and reason R is not the correct explanation of assertion A. Then we come to question number 21. Question 21 reads as follows. Goes a little faster. Read the following statements. Assertion A and reason R. Choose one of the correct alternatives below. First one, assertion A. Every year, government fixes a target for disinvestment of public sector enterprises, that is PSEs. The reason is disinvestment is an excellent tool for discarding the loss incurred public sector enterprises. The alternatives given as answers are as follows. Both assertion A and reason R are true, and reason R is the correct explanation of assertion A. Second option that has been given here is both assertion A and reason R are true, and reason R is not the correct explanation of assertion A. Third one, assertion A is true, but reason R is false. And fourth is assertion A is false, but reason R is true. The correct option is option B. Both assertion A and reason R are true, and reason R is not the correct explanation of assertion A. So this is the 21st question as 1 marker. Now we move on to the 22nd question. Alright, from the set of events / systems. in column 1 and corresponding relevant fact given in column 2 about China, choose the correct pair of statements. Column 1 reads as follows: Great leap forward. In column 2, the explanation given is cultivating land collectively. Second option under column 1 is commune system. Corresponding to it, opening of industries in their homes. Then the third option in column 1 is proletarian cultural revolution. And under column 2, the explanation is students were sent to work and learn from the countryside. The fourth option is economic reforms in China, and they began in 1988 as given in column 2. Out of these options, the correct alternative that is applicable was column C, which means flourishing cultural revolution is a system whereby students were sent to work and they learnt on the countryside by working there itself. Let us now move on to the 23rd question. Dash adopted one-child policy as a measure to control population. Choose the correct alternatives. The correct alternative is, out of the four, India, China, Pakistan and Russia, the correct alternative is China. The Chinese have enforced this policy of one-child policy very, very ambitiously, and they have been able to control the increase in the birth rate of the population. Then we have a paragraph on the basis of which question 24 to 27 have been framed on the basis of this paragraph. Let me read out the paragraph quickly to you. Since ages, farmers in India have taken recourse to debt. In the earlier times, the same was from informal sources. Since independence, with the efforts of the government, formal sector has actively come into picture. Farmers borrow not only to meet their investment needs but also to satisfy their personal needs. Uncertainty of income caused by factors like crop failure, caused by irregular rainfall, reduction in groundwater table, locust, oblique, other pest attack, etc. These reasons push them into the clutches of the private money lenders who charge exorbitant rates of interest which add to their miseries. Various governments in India at different one second, let me just adjust this. Various governments in India at different times for different reasons introduced debt relief waiver schemes. Various just a second, children. Okay. Let us read the second part of this paragraph, children. Various governments in India at different times for different reasons introduced debt relief waiver schemes. These schemes are used by governments as a quick means to extricate farmers from their indebtedness, helping to restore their capacity to invest and produce. In short, to lessen the miseries of the farmers across India. The costs and benefits of such debt relief schemes are, however, a widely debated topic among economists. Some economists argue that such schemes are extremely beneficial to the poor and marginalized farmers, while others argue that these schemes add to the fiscal burden of the government. Others believe that these schemes may develop the expectation of repeated bailouts among farmers, which may spoil the credit culture among farmers. The questions that are based on these is as follows. The first question that is based on it is uncertainty of income for farmers in India is majorly caused by A, first option, irregular rainfall. Second one, unavailability of loans. The correct answer is irregular rainfall. The second, question 25 reads as follows. Some economists argue that debt waiver schemes means you forget about the debt that or the loan given to the farmers. Debt waiver schemes are extremely beneficial to the poor and marginalized farmers, as these schemes reduce the burden of A, indebtedness, B, personal expenditures. The correct option is A, the first one, indebtedness. The next question reads as follows. The rural banking structure in India consists of a set of multi-agency institutions. The options given here, the regional rural banks. The second option is small industries. Development Banks of India. Let me complete the reading the whole question so that you are able to choose the correct option. Is expected to dispense credit at cheaper rates for agricultural purposes to farmers. The correct option is the first one, regional rural banks. So I read the whole question for your benefit. Again, it should be we can read it as follows. The rural bank structure in India consists of a set of multi-agency institutions called regional rural banks, and these regional rural banks are expected to dispense credit, that means give loans at cheaper rates for agricultural purposes to farmers. Then we come to the 27th one marker question in this set. Dash regional rural banks / land development banks is the most prominent body responsible for providing loans for long-term land development. The correct answer in this case out of the two options is land development banks. So land development banks is the most prominent body responsible for providing loans for long-term land development. Then 28th question, India has emerged as a hotspot for medical tourism. Defend the statement with valid arguments. This is of course a 3-marker question. So we've done all of them so far, the 1 markers, and I wish you all the best. I shall be discussing these questions of 3-marker and 4-marker in an appropriate manner next time. So all the best to you, class 12 students. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel. God bless you.